Alright guys, welcome back. This is Axter99 again. This time I'm going to show you my newest project, which I pretty much completed a couple of months ago. Still got a little bit of work to do on it just to balance everything out. But again, this is a project I've been programming in a program called Dark Basic. And you see it right there on my monitor. And this is the kind of code we're talking about, the old school type basic programming language, where I'm setting up strings and high scores and stuff right there, as you see. And just to give you an idea of what we're talking about here, the lines of code here are on the left, and as you see, as we scroll down this particular project so far, if we keep scrolling, we're at line 400, 500, and this project is my newest lemonade selling game, where you buy supplies and then try to meet the demands of the people. Choose your spot in town where you want to sell ice, lemon, sugar, and cups, that kind of thing. Try to make as much money as you can as the object of the game before the summer runs out. And you'll see that this project here, if I go all the way to the bottom of the program, I programmed all this in, and it's right now it's coming in right about 3,200 lines of data. So this is this game, again made with Dark Basic Pro. You can actually get a Dark Basic Pro at the game creator's website. It's completely free. And we're going to go ahead and show you a little bit of the content here. Go ahead and start the game here. I even got its own icon here, Lem-Amaze. And you double click that, and it'll actually start the game here. This is my actual game here. This is how it starts. Shows a lemonade pitcher being filled up with lemonade. Lem-Amaze
by Axter Games.
Starts off showing a high score list, showing you all the high scores. It takes your name. It gives you a final score based on your performance at the end of the game. So it's not only how much cash you earned during your total game. The score takes in factors such as your average temperature that you have every week, how much bonus you made, things like that, how well you performed based on your situations every week. So for example, I mean, if it was if you played a game and somebody else played a game and your average temperature was like 68 here, you know, it's obviously you're not going to make near as much money as somebody who has an average temperature in the 80s. So you may not make that much money. Like here was a loss of money. They lost $46 over what they started with. So it still gives them points based on you know, taking their factors and, you know, what they had to play with into consideration. So it's going to ask you to enter your name, and you do that. It's all mouse driven. And it's going to start off here. It's going to start off showing you week 1. It's 9:09 a.m. The time starts counting. Starts you off with $100. Here's your supplies: cups, lemons, sugar, and ice cubes. You have a recipe in this version of my lemonade selling game. You can alter the recipe, and you want to try to make the people happy depending on where you go and what their demands are for that particular week. But the first thing you need to do is buy supplies. And in my old version of Lemonade, you only had one store to go to. Here, see, as you can see, I'm taking time, and the more time I take to buy my supplies, the less time I'm actually going to have to sell today. So I have 4 stores to choose from. These are all store names making kind of mocking or stores in my area. I think we all know what Walmart might be. Walmart's a nationwide store mocking Walmart. This is an Albertson store, which I made Ackerson's. Costcorp is just like Costco. And then Farmer Fred's, we have a store called Fred Meyer that's kind of simulating. So you can pick these different stores. Shows you a picture of the store here. You can always go to a different store, but it takes time to travel to the different store. So about 30 to 45 minutes will go away as you go to a different store. As you can see, time starts ticking by as you start going to a different store. And even if we go back to the same store, you can either click on the map where you're at, And you'll see the map of is a mammal is the name of the town. That's just actually the name of my game spelled backwards. So that's all that was. Not too original there. But let's say we go to the store. It's gonna split your supplies up into groups, and sometimes you'll have choices of different brands. Throughout all the different stores, there's lots of different brands of stuff you can buy, and each one has a different quality. So the better quality stuff is usually towards the bottom, higher quality, and it'll uh, make a difference in how much lemonade you sell and how many repeat customers you have based on the overall quality of your lemonade. So you can start off buying some supplies, and then once you get them all bought, it'll show you how much you have up here. Looks like I might need some more lemons. I only have $3 left. I'm ready to go. And I'm not going to have much time to sell today while I demonstrate this game and how it works. Once you buy your supplies, you have 8 different places to choose from. On where you want to sell lemonade shows you a little picture of the area. Ranch Road and Highway 52, Lincoln Park. You have different places you can choose from. And again, each one has, some places have more demand. Some places will get more money per cup. And it's up to you to figure that out. So the places that cost money usually have a higher demand, but also you have legal rights to sell when you actually pay money here to sell at a certain place. If you choose a place that doesn't cost money, you'll either take a risk of getting stopped by the cops for not having a selling license, or you can buy a one-day selling license. So I'll show that to you here. We'll choose this place. Tells you the temperature. It's nice and sunny outside today with a forecast of temperature forecast at 90. How much you want to charge per cup. Here, rather than clicking up and down arrows to change the price per cup, you actually get to put the coins in on how much you want to sell it for. So we'll try $1.11, and then you hit accept, and you start off making your first pitcher of lemonade, and it'll use up your supplies here, depending on your recipe and how much is used to make your recipe. I only have like an hour to sell today. It actually shows your people buying your lemonade at your stand here, and it'll show you their recommendations if they're happy or if they request that you add more lemons or whatever. It started at 7 o'clock. I have 7 sales. Today's profit $7.77 goes into my total money. It also shows you here the overall quality of my lemonade was 8.6 on a scale of 1 to 10 based on the quality of my ingredients. I made $1.58 in tips. And then it's going to see if we earned a bonus based on the best price per day, figured out, calculated by the computer or the program I made. And the best price was $1.11 exactly. Well, I got lucky on that one, and I hit up the biggest bonus I could, a $40 bonus. It shows you here on your responses, customer survey responses, how many people were happy, how many people were upset. And then you get a popularity as well, which is basically how many people, when this is higher, you'll have more people waiting for you at your next week's lemonade sale. Moves on to week 2. And then some of your supplies might, like your ice might melt and stuff like that. Here we lost 8 lemons that went rotten, so those will disappear. All of my sugar is good. And we lost 3 ice cubes due to the melting. Not a big factor there. So you can buy things that'll protect a lot of this stuff that'll go bad as well, and we'll show you that. So let's go to Walmart now. And Walmart isn't known for their high quality stuff, so a lot of their stuff isn't as good a quality as some of the other stores. But you can buy 10-pack of lemon, you can buy them each 51 cents. Sometimes there'll be sales on certain items. Right here we really don't need a whole lot, maybe just some sugar. So we'll buy some sugar and call it done. Now we'll go ahead and go back to the same place. 95 today, so it's going to be, the best price is probably going to be a little higher than it was last time when it was 90. So we'll just go ahead and try $1.25. Make our cup of lemonade. Down here is where you can buy certain items that'll actually protect you, or your selling license and that kind of thing. There's also punks that may get in your line that may risk to rob you. They have a certain look in the game, so you can either watch for them Here again, they're giving me demands that they want more lemons. You can alter your recipe at any time, and it'll take an immediate factor into people's response. It looks like you always want to do what most of them want. There's a punk right there. He's going to rock it. Give me your money.
That punk stole some money.
So he stole $11 from me. And it shows you how much money you have stolen here. So some of the other things you can buy is a debug airtight sugar container. This will protect your sugar from getting bugs in it. This protects you from punks for 1 week, for 1 day, $7.95. It's mace. You can spray it in their face. If a punk has to come, it'll actually, they have a good chance of saving you from getting money stolen. A cooler basically to protect your ice from melting. You can buy it. That's good for the whole game, not just a week. This is for the punks. You can threaten to smash them with a baseball bat. This is good for the whole game, and that's why it's a lot higher than the mace. So this is good for the whole game. The mace is only good for 1 week. Other things you can buy are lemon protection bags. These are only good for a week. $4.88 to protect your lemons if you have a lot of lemons that you don't want to lose. And your selling license is something you may need. You take a risk, like I've taken a risk here by selling, that cops could come and even fine me for selling lemonade without a license. So I could buy a license for $12.50. So the goal here is to try to make as much money as you can over a 6 to 8 week period. At 6 weeks, you have the option of stopping or continuing. Same thing at 7 weeks, you can continue up to a maximum of 8 weeks in play to try to earn as much money as you can. And it's not exactly an easy game. As you see, I started with $100 and I made $54 profit a day, but it's not exactly easy. I'm already 2 weeks in. So here you can see I have 27 complaints. A lot of people, that means they think my price is too high. They're complaining about the money. Here it means that the line was too long and they're complaining about how long they have to wait. And this is my happy customers. Looks like a lot of them are complaining about the price being too high. Some of them want more lemons. And we're almost done today for this week. Shows my real world time is 8:38 a.m. This person wants more sugar. Anytime I make
have enough lemons.
Don't have enough lemons to make another recipe. It requires 15. Based on my recipe, I only had 4. So here's my profit for today, $82. That'll come up here, 128. See if I made any tips. Probably didn't make a whole lot based on not too many people were happy. $9.48. So I'm up above breaking profit now anyway. See if I made a profit today at all. Charge $1.25. That price is $1.22, so I was only 3 cents off. That's good for a $5 bonus. As compared to last time I got a $40 bonus because I hit it right on. Popularity probably wasn't very high today. 33. So that's growing. My popularity is growing throughout the week. I go on through week 3. And you continue this game on through. I'm going to have to buy more supplies at this point. And you continue on through the end of the game. I'm going to check my supplies every week, make sure they're all still good to make new lemonade. And that's basically how this game works. I drew all these pictures here that you see with paint. So even these pictures here, even the map, everything that I've drawn here was drawn by hand on the computer with free computer applications. So that's that. So here I see a punk. I know this is a punk because I made the game. This is a punk here, so I'm going to buy some mace here real quick. As soon as it lets me here, as soon as I make a picture of lemonade. I'm going to buy this mace. So I've bought it now. And he's coming up. He's going to ask me for money. Give me your money. But I have mace. So I spray him in the face with the mace. And the crowd goes wild. Spray eye acid in his face. And that protected me from actually from losing money there. So it was an investment there. Now I have mace for the whole day, so it's not even an option to buy here. Obviously, if I wanted to, I could buy a baseball bat that would last the whole game, and then I wouldn't have to worry about punks for the rest of the game. Now, some places in town that you can choose, run a lot higher risk of punks getting in your line, but those places also usually have a higher profit potential, more demand in the city and stuff like that. So here I have here's the cops. The cops just busted me because I didn't have a selling license where I was at Gilbert and High Street. You're busted, and they'll probably
The
give
cop
me a fine.
gave you a fine for $10.
So they gave me a $10 fine, and that comes right out of my profit up here. And that's the risk you take at not buying a selling license or paying for a location in this game. So again, this is all hand-drawn pictures. This is just hand-drawn graphics here. $72 comes up. As I'm playing on week 4 now, as the time goes throughout the day, I started off at 68 degrees, and the temperature actually increases towards the middle of the day, which is a little more realistic as well. Shows your customer demand here. That's based on your price per cup, the quality of your product, and how well your recipe is set based on what they want on that particular day. Hitting the best price per cup, $1 per cup, is requires a little more luck. It's basically going to be an average every time, but if you have the exact same temperature, the exact same high, and the exact same location on 2 weeks in a row, the best price per cup might be different based on randomness. And here, while you're playing, it's just a matter of trying to meet your customers' demand and get as many happy customers as you can so your popularity goes up and so that you make more tip money. It's all about making as much money as you can. You have a lot of different things to do between trying to get your recipe perfected each week and watching for punks, hoping that you buy the right things down here, and hoping that the cops don't come if you don't buy a selling license, for example. Gilbert Way and High Street here is one of the riskiest places to sell based on punks and cops, but it also offers one of the best profit potentials as well. And there's our risk. We lost 2.5 hours of selling time basically because we got
The cop
busted.
gave you a fine for
And we also got
$10.
another fine of $10. So we're done selling for the day. Once we get a fine, we have to pretty much close up shop and head home. Now here we have a rainy day. It's cold and it's raining. Temperature's only 60 degrees. It's raining. This is going to hurt our demand right here. And we're just not going to get near as many customers. Some of the other locations in the town here, I'm in one of our highest demand places, again, taking a risk. Some locations in town probably wouldn't even see this many customers at all. You might see 5 to 10 customers all day long when it's this cold and rainy. But as you can see, we're already at noon here. I started at like shortly after 9 o'clock, and we're not making a whole lot of money on rainy days. Not a whole lot of people wanting cold lemonade on a cold, rainy day. So here, after 6 weeks, you can continue on, or you can go ahead and go up to 8 weeks to try to make more money. Here, I'm just going to go ahead and close the game and say I'm happy with my current earnings, even though I'm really not. I've only made 28 bucks. But just to show you how the high score process works, it shows you your game's over. It'll show you how much money you made and your score. It'll show you all the different things it takes into consideration to calculate your score. So after $100 starting funds, total earned $28.93, and it'll give me a score based on how much of profit I made. Total games played this week, 6. It adds 1,351 for that. Total cups of lemonade sold, it'll give me points for that. Some of these things can actually take away from your score as well. Here's my inventory efficiency. Shows you that I purchased 600 cups. I only used 325. So only had a 51% efficiency on my cup purchase. Lemon, same thing. Purchased 450. Only used 250. 56 lemon purchase efficiency gives for another 2,000 points. And it does the same thing for all my supplies. So as you can see, I started with like 5,000. Based on all these different criteria, I've now went up a little bit. Had a lot of complaints, so I lost 2,600 points based on my complaints, an average of 22 per week. Total praises, an average of only 11 a week. And we'll add a little bit, but not the 2,500 I lost. So my score went down a little bit there based on complaints and praises. Total bonus money, 65, added a little bit to my score. Average temperature, 78. That added a little bit. Your popularity percentage, average, can add points. If you spray any punks with pepper spray or anything like that, you can add a few extra points as well. I didn't buy a bat, so I didn't bat any punks down. I didn't have a license to show any cops. That would have given me extra points.
Good job. You made it onto the high score list.
And then it calculates your score based on your current high score list to see where you place. So I placed number 3. And it'll show me that here, right here. It'll show me that I've placed 3rd here, total cash earned, my score based on my average temperature, bonus, and it shows the date that I actually scored this. So this game, you could use a little more work. I haven't worked on it since I got done with it back in early June, I believe. As you can see, it's been a few months since I've actually made this game. But this is my latest game that I've made with Dark Basic Pro. That's basically how it works. And if you have any comments or suggestions or questions about this game, certainly go ahead and ask them in the comments below. You can go ahead and leave me a thumbs up or thumbs down on what you think of this particular game in this video. And subscribe if you want to. Thanks for watching. This has been Zaxter99.